Show you how to convert footage from any format really to the more Final Cut friendly ProRes format, which is just a better way to do it, especially when you're getting the footage from the Canon 7D or the 5D Mark II or any modern day SLR camera that can shoot video. The codec is not that great for editing in Final Cut, and you can have some problems with the effects. So this is going to be more targeted to getting the footage from those cameras, but you can also do this for anything converting over to ProRes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Compressor, obviously, and just click Add File. And here I've got my unconverted, just regular MOV, straight from the camera files. You can select all of them. We can run Compressor as a queue, so it'll just run the compression through all of them. So I'm going to just go ahead and do these four. Click Open. And it's going to show all of these here. And without deselecting any of these, if you do deselect it, you can just hit Command A and it'll select them all again. What you're going to want to do is go down here into Settings and go into Apple, Formats, and down in QuickTime here you're going to see one called Apple ProRes 422. You've also got ProRes 422 HQ LT proxy with alpha. You don't really need these too much. You can use the LT, which is just like a lower quality, but the main thing is going to be 422. The HQ is more for compositing, and unless you're doing that, go for it, but the 422 should just be just fine. It's not a very lossy format at all, so we're just going to go ahead and apply this here. And it's going to apply that as the source. And we're going to go into our destinations, which is where we want it to save. So I'm going to go into Apple. And you can also add your own custom destination depending on where you want the footage to be saved. And I actually have my own custom destination. It's called ProRes. But if you're going to make your own, you just click the plus sign, go to Local. And I'm just going to put that on the secondary drive because it's always best to have your footage on a different drive than the main hard drive. So click on that, hit New Folder, just call it, I'm going to call mine ProRes Conversion. Create and open, and you're going to have a new destination here called ProRes Conversion, and this is where it's going to save all of the new ProRes files. Here in the inspector you can also kind of modify the format that it's going to call it. So here you've got the source media name. I normally, just to avoid confusion with the original file, I type in dash ProRes, and that should save like that. Once you make your destination, also make sure that you apply it to your actual files here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Command A, drag this over here, and sometimes it doesn't want to do it to everyone. Delete, 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 delete. Make sure you're actually dragging the destination onto this job here instead of making a new one like I just did. It's a common mistake, and I do it a lot. But just make sure that it doesn't say source, because that's going to kind of try to overwrite your file. So we're just going to move this over here, ProRes Conversion, ProRes Conversion, ProRes Conversion. When they're all highlighted, you can also double click it and it should do it, but I just went the long way around. And after this is done, you can pretty much just hit Submit. You can call it whatever you want, so just like test ProRes, and that's just going to save the job file if you want to open it again at a different time. Hit Submit, and it's going to add it here into your queue. It's going to open up QMaster, let that go. Depending on your footage, it can take quite a while to run this through. We had about 21 gigs of footage to go through, and it took about 24 hours. So it just depends, but right now we've only got, well, about 12 minutes to go through. Depends on your footage, but right now you can just open up any application, run through, and it should be alright. And when it's done, it should be in your folder here. Actually, I can probably show you that it's already going to be, there's going to be the first file, which is not a complete file, but it's the first one it's working on. It's a temporary file, and it's called 5A-1-ProRes, which is the format that I called it. And once this queue is done here, you should be seeing all of your movies in here ready to go. And just pretty much take these ProRes files, move them all into Final Cut or whatever your NLE is, and get to editing. So hope it helps. If y'all have any more questions, just message me on Facebook.